Hi, how's it going, guys? We're here talking to Penn State football. Quite frankly, it's just what we saw on Saturday was just kind of like an example of how this whole season has gone. Um, Lousy quarterback play for the most part. Uh, just it's we got blown out. Horrible first half, like we've seen basically all year. Um, decent second halves all year. It's crazy to think, but we've won the second half every single game. Except this one where they outscored us 17-14 in the second half. So I don't know what it is. I don't know why we're playing so much better in the second half than the first half. That's a big reason why we're losing games, to be honest with you. It's not even that like a whole game is just absolutely horrid. It's just that we start out horrible, and then we have to play from behind from a lot of points down, and then once we figure things out, it's too late, and I don't even understand like why they're so bad coming out. I don't know whether it's a game plan thing that their game plan as opposed to the opponent's game plan. It's just horrible, and then they got to try and make adjustments, or maybe that, or they're getting blown out, and the other team doesn't try as hard, and they let us get back in the game. I don't know. I don't even think that's it. It's very weird that we're doing so much better in the second half than we are in the first half, and but it's obviously, like I said, it's too late at that point. It's too late. It's been too late in every game, and once you figure it out, it's too late. And you know, Indiana, Ohio State were probably our two best games of the season. And those were our two toughest opponents. You saw Indiana barely lose to Ohio State on Saturday. They're a good team. Um, we should have beaten Indiana. We should have beaten Indiana. We had them. All it needs to be done, quite literally, is Devin Ford just falls down after he gets that first down instead of going in the end zone. We take three knees and the game is over. That's literally all had to be done. We would have beaten Indiana, who's a good team, and who knows how the rest of the season would have gone. Let's say we lose to Ohio State, we're still 1-1, and then maybe we have more pride at that point to go up against everybody else. I don't know, but it's just an absolute clown show what we're seeing right now from Penn State, because this is the first 0-5 start ever in program history, the 100 something whatever year program history of Penn State. Never ever had an 0-5 start, and James Franklin, I think he should be fired. I think even people that have been saying, "Oh, it's ridiculous to talk firing him," I think they're starting to come around and say, "Yeah, maybe they should fire him," because it's you can use COVID as an excuse. You really could. Because it's just been such a weird year that you can be like, okay, well, you know, new coaching staff, and they wouldn't have as much time with everybody, but it's that that's just something that in college football and just in life in general, not everything's going to go your way. And obviously, this is probably a once in a lifetime sort of thing. But we need to have coaches that, when presented certain situations, are able to deal with them and win under them. And like I said, obviously, this is probably just going to be a once in a lifetime sort of thing where you play in a pandemic year. Next year, I think, will be a lot more normal, um, based off of vaccine news, and there won't be the whole lead up of just trying to have a season. I think we'll all have a season next year, a normal season. Even the pandemic is not that much different. I still think that you'll see non-conference games. I still think you'll see everybody start about the same time next year. And I think there will be a lot more fans, even if there isn't full capacity. And I think there probably will be full capacity in most areas, especially SEC. I think the SEC is definitely going to be full capacity next year. But well, anyways, I think you'll basically see a relatively normal college football season next year, and uh, relatively normal off season for the most part too. So, I mean, he'll probably get to stay just because it's a COVID year, and even if he doesn't win a game, he'll he'll be given a lot of excuses. But quite frankly, I don't think there are too many other excuses because the talent on this team is too much to go 0-5. Um, it's not it's just not good enough the product on the field right now. We like I said, it's crazy to think this team is was supposed to be a top 10 team in the country, and that we might have even beaten Ohio State. Like that's what a lot of people were saying. They were like, "Oh well, they're they're the second best team in the Big Ten, and they may even beat Ohio State coming in this year." And that was kind of our thing. And then now we're literally the worst team in the Big Ten when it comes to record. I mean, I still think like even if you don't look at the record, we're the worst team in the Big Ten. I mean, you saw what Illinois did to Nebraska. They blew out Nebraska in Nebraska. We just lost to Nebraska. Um, so I don't. I mean, it's. I think whoever we play at the end of the year, we're gonna lose. I think we're gonna lose every single game from now on because I mean, Michigan this week we'll see. Um, Michigan's not in a good spot either as a program, but they've at least won a couple games. They blew out Minnesota. They beat Rutgers, who's better than they normally are. Greg Schiano's doing a pretty good job with them. And we know that they have some talent, and that Michigan can be tough, especially in the big house. You know, maybe without fans it'll be different, but we'll see. And um, so like honestly, it's just embarrassing. Like I've never seen a team like this for Penn State that uh, I'm just hoping they can win a game. Like even like during the sanction years, which is kind of the worst years that I've experienced. I remember in 2010. We went 7-6, but still, like I've never been in a year where I'm just like hoping we don't go winless or hoping that we just win a Big Ten game. Because obviously, without non-conference games and playing the cream puff teams, um, you don't have those teams. So we probably would have had a couple wins by now in a normal year, but still, uh, I've never been in an area where I'm just like hoping we can win a Big Ten game, and that's just where we are right now. We're just hoping we can win a Big Ten game. Um, Bowl game, it's basically out of the question. I'm not really sure how the bowl games will work this year, uh, but we've already clinched a losing record. Even if we win out, we'll finish 4-5. We have that winning record streak that has kind of been one of the best in the country and since 2004, but now that's going to be gone. And it's just disappointing. I mean, I don't even know how else to say it. It's just kind of the same stuff every single week. It's not really changing. We this program just needs a win, just one win to celebrate and just be happy about and look towards the future. Just one win, it'd be great at this point. If we beat Michigan, that'd be great. I'd love to beat Harbaugh again in the big house. Um, that'd be nice. But I'm just not very confident in this team right now, and because they've given me really no reason to be. All right, well, thank you guys. We are Penn State.